sits before, but she would stay there for maybe like a second or two. She knows what I want, so hey, sit. Shadow, sit. And so she'll stay there like as long as cause she's like, I really want it, until I go, okay, good job. And I can train the sit like that. And then over time you wean the ball off, but then maybe sometimes you bring it back in. So she probably would have gone like, if we were outside and I like threw it, she probably would have gone crazy and just had a blast.
Oh yeah, she'll bring it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll chase it.
So it's just all about bringing out, you have to personalize what you're doing with the dog, but you have to bring out the natural drive that they have and use it to encourage commands and train it with that, right? It's the same thing with people. If you're trying to reward somebody who, I don't know, you're going to reward them with something that they're not interested in at all, it's not really a reward, right? Like if you take somebody who's not academic and they really hate history, and you're like, hey, if you do really good on this test, I'll take you to the history museum. It's like, But if they love science or they love video games, and you're like, if you do good on this test, I'll get you a new video game, or we'll go to the science museum. Then all of a sudden, it's a reward, because the person who's receiving the reward decides if it's a reward or not. That's another one of my favorite things. Yeah. Dogs choose what a reward is and what a punishment is. So that's actually why I was talking about the positive and negative punishment and reinforcement, is that if you have a dog that really doesn't like to be... What are you doing? If a dog that doesn't like to be pet, right? Nervous dog. And you pet the dog, all of a sudden that's negative reinforcement or a punisher. That's not a positive punishment anymore, because the dog's like, I hate this. So the interesting thing about that is that positive and negative punishments and reinforcements, they're not anything in particular. It's all about how the dog takes the info.
We got a lot of bigger learning to do.
Oh yeah, no, I tell people, I'm like, get ready. You know, the first session is probably the most intense in terms of learning. And don't worry, I'm not going to quiz you at the end or anything like that, but, you know, it's good to go over the info. That way next time, if you have a better understanding of it, then we can build upon it. Most of next session, though, really will be doing commands, doing more of the actual stuff with her.
Friday. Friday.
Yeah. We'll do actual...
Okay, when is your test?
Wednesday. No, everything's clear for her. I mean,
She has to have an MRI.
Okay.
everything's clear for her. I'm not, I talked to Christian and he got everything. The date's all settled down.
Yeah, I don't remember what exact time it is just because I need to check my calendar. But, no, you said what? 9?
1.
Oh, 1.
1 o'clock.
If you had said 9, I was going to be like, I was like, all right. I was like, so yeah, we're out. I mean, I'll do it.
1 o'clock on Friday.
It's like, I hate it. It's like they pay me to do my job, and I actually have to do my job. No.
Then the 26th is the other day, and it's at 3 o'clock, but is that the last one?
That's the drop-off.
That's the drop-off day for...
Yeah, so the drop-off's really short. Unless there's something that all of a sudden I see, like, around here that's weird. Like, I'll give an example. I just finished training with a Rottweiler named Duchess. And her last session was just a little longer than most would be, but there was a reason for it. She had sent 2 of the dogs she lived with to the ER. Because she was a very sweet dog.
That's yours? Where is it? Excuse me.
There you go.
We're having to interrupt you. That's usually not me.
There you go. Yeah, she was a really sweet dog, but she lived with some dogs that like pushed her a little bit, and so she kind of, it wasn't aggressive behavior, it was a dominance behavior. So I just told her like not to do it. I know that sounds funny, but I conditioned the punisher, and we staged it up in the house on the last session, and she went for like a thing, and I went nope, and she got the e-collar, and she like ran away and backed off, and she hasn't had any problems since she's gone home, which makes me happy. I'm not gonna lie, because I was like a little nervous just because I knew she could do it, but I was like, do they know how to do it? I was like, if they're not quick enough. That's the one scary thing about dogs like that, is I really hope that when they go home people manage them correctly, because if not, things go south very
It goes
fast.
south.
Yeah. Good thing is I'm not worried about like Shadow taking a chunk out of somebody. So
She's a smart dog.
Yeah.
So.
but that's the big thing is just she's really smart. So I just have to really make sure everything's drilled. And when she comes home, she's really smart. So she's gonna try to figure out how she can get through you guys too.
Yeah.
So part of that
She won't
second.
get through me.
Yeah. Part of that second session of the drop off is me watching you do it, and I hate correcting people. Like really, that's one of my least favorite things on the planet to do. But I do have to correct people a couple times when we do those sessions. Not out of like I feel smarter, but it's just like that way I can see problems happening. Let's try to do it this way.
That's right.
Yeah.
This is the command. This is the way it has
Yeah.
to be.
Like
No problem.
Like, for instance, one of them is people will say come and let's go interchangeably. So they think they know there's a difference, but they're not really thinking about it, and so they use them. And they don't, like, they might actually want a let's go, but they keep saying come. And then the dog's like, I don't know what you want. And then maybe you desensitize the command. And then all of a sudden they're like, hey, you broke my dog. It doesn't work. And I'm like, I think I know why.
Come is one marker and let go is another.
Yeah. So the biggest thing just is the one thing to remember is like not to just use them interchangeably. So like if you say sit and a dog goes into a down, I usually don't let them do that. But some people do, and I think that's fine. But if you say down and the dog goes into a sit, that's a problem because
Yes.
you never got the command.
Yeah.
And I will kind of get on people about that because if a dog goes into a sit, stays there for a couple seconds, and then naturally lays down, I'm cool with that. I don't think that's like the end of the world. But if I say down, and the dog just does a sit, just doesn't do that command, that is a problem, right? Yeah. She's so relaxed here. But,
Yeah, she always, in the afternoons or nap time.
oh, yeah.
She nap in the afternoon.
Teeth are cute.
They share the air conditioner. One lays back here and one lays up there on the pulling mat. And it's usually that one. You know.
Yeah.
And they just chill out.
Yeah, she's nice and
I'm
relaxed.
so glad how quiet she is.
Yeah, because I didn't get to meet her on the consult when she was like fully, no training had happened yet. So, but I'm sure she was much more wild.
Oh yeah, she was just like a little baby.
Yeah.
Into everything and not listening and wide open.
Yeah.
She knew though when I raised my voice, she knew she was wrong because her ears would go back.
Oh, yep.
Yeah,
That's
her
well.
ears would go back, and then you had that look like, okay, I did something wrong, and I'd go, yeah, you did.
Yeah. I mean, I've had that happen where like me and the dog will be out training, and I'll give them the recall. I'll be like, whoever come, and then they'll look at me and be like run away, and I'm like, oh, really? Yeah, she did that to me a couple times. She tried to she was trying to figure out if she actually had to listen to me or not. And I was like, you do in fact have to listen. Yeah. And so the big one too is I talk about like the tone of voice, which we'll go over this more next time because this is more like operator type, like handler stuff. But just because we're on the topic of it, making sure that you mean what you say. Like if you don't like something, I've been to clients where they're like, hey, can you come out? Because my dog's not listening and I don't know why. And I think I'm doing something wrong, but I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, cool. And they'll live like an hour away, right? And I drive out an hour. And I'm like, show me what you're doing. And they're like, look. And I'm like, what? They're like, he's not listening to my recall. And I'm like, well, show me how to do it. And they'll be like, come. No. And I'm like, really? You gotta be like, no. Like, the no has no life. It's like if I was like, no, please don't take my money. I'm really mad right now. Please don't take my money. Look how enthusiastic I am,
Yeah.
right? That's not, you're not communicating anything. So when the dog does good, like you give him energy, right? You're like, good job. But when you don't listen, it's like or like, nope, right? It's got to be nice and firm.
Yeah, your word is what? Spell it for me.
Which one?
The two things that like to give.
All right.
Is it nope? N-O-P?
N-O-P-E. You could yell no or nope, really. The words are so similar. As long as the tone is similar,
Okay.
you should be fine. I would say, though, I would not, you can't really interchangeably use words, though. I'd say the only reason you could probably do it with nope and no is because they sound, like, very similar already. And if you're loud and you have, like, you use a more authoritative tone with it, I don't think you're going to have a ton of issue. But if you want to make sure it's foolproof, it is NOPE.
Okay, and what was the other word?
It's like a kind of like...
Oh, I heard you say ooh.
Oh.
Hearing aids.
No, you're good. You're good.
You know, so that's the reason I'm asking, because I put ooh.
Okay, no, you're good. No, my great grandma, like, she genuinely could not hear, like, at all. So, like, if I was on the phone with her, I was practically, like, yelling into the phone. So you're fine. Yeah.
I just didn't know which word or how to spell it, so I was pronunciating it for what she needs.
It's more of like, think of just kind of like that kind of thing, right? Anything that's like that. I don't specifically have it set to just one thing. Again, don't go out of the realm of that, though. It's just kind of like a, if you want to write it down, it's like a E-H-H-H, that kind of thing, like
So if she comes up to a dog and supposedly she's barking, what's your word that you use?
So I'm going to say let's go.
Let's go.
And then if she does not listen, she's going to get the that like right? Because now she's not listening. And then after I use that word, the e-collar is followed.
Okay.
The e-collar is just never used without a marker first. That is like, I want to, like, if you only get one thing from this whole time of me rambling on forever, remember that, is that the e-collar does not get used unless you have a marker that precedes it. The only...
Listen to on one of the markers.
Yeah. The only time I ever don't use a marker is for leash pulling. So pulling is one of those things that I fix it on like the first 2 days because it's so infuriating to try to walk with a dog or teach a dog if they're yanking on you the whole time. And I'm sure this would shock you. She yanked on me.
Did she?
Yeah.
I'm surprised because
Oh, really?
I take her out and she wouldn't yank on me as much, but she'd keep going around me.
Oh, yeah, she did that a little bit, but she did a lot of pulling with me.
Yeah, going around and so forth.
So what I did is, it's conditioning again. So what I had going on is I had the e-collar and then I had her flat collar on like we have right now. That's the only way I really train with them. And basically every time she hit the end of her leash, I would make sure like at the exact same time e-collar got hit. And so what she learned is that my flat collar and the e-collar stimulation are one and the same. And so she learns like, oh, if I hit the end of the leash, it automatically, like in her brain, she's like, oh, the end of the leash is electric. She doesn't know that I'm hitting a button. And that's the important thing is that while you're out, especially for that first week, don't be like this. And then when the dog doesn't listen, put your hand on the collar or on the controller. You want to make sure that while you're walking, you have your hand on it the whole time. The reason for that is even dogs who are not crazy smart will figure this out, but she's really smart, so I fully believe she would figure it out, is she'll learn that they'll do this thing where if you say sit, they won't do it, and then you actually have to physically move your hand to the collar, and then they'll do it. Yeah, it's like it's like a body language. It makes it dependent on the body language, and then it's not really a verbal command anymore. It's the same thing as when I teach a down. In the beginning, I get them to go, and I do all the snappy stuff to get them in position. But by the end, I want to go down, and the dog just does it. And I don't. If you have to move your hands or anything, and assuming you didn't teach your dog through like, because some people do teach their dog through like physical cues, sign language, right? But in this case, I'm using verbal cues, which means the verbal cue should be the deciding factor, not whether I put my 3 fingers in one pocket or, you know, something weird like that. Yeah.
Z ended up getting her, let me get the stuff that
Okay.
he said that,
Shadow. And part of what the dogs will do in this phase is she's breathing kind of, you see it, like, and so she's got a lot of energy. She's trying to control it, though.
Where'd you put your clothes?
It's hanging up on the side.
I didn't look. This is her,
That was another thing, too.
she wanted
When
support dog.
When I would put this on her and go outside with her on the leash, she seemed to know that something was going on.
Did you reinforce her a lot harder while that thing was on?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's how we train service dogs, is that when that goes on, all of a sudden we reinforce certain behavior, and then when it goes off, we don't. And the dog learns that when I'm wearing this, it's like, it's time to work.
Yeah.
And then when I take it off, you're done with work for the day.
Yeah. That's exactly with her. That's at 25 foot.
Yeah, so that's great. So we're going to use that on our next session.
Okay.
What we're going to do is I'm going to get you guys, because you really can't train an off-leash recall if you only ever train it with the leash on. So that's a perfect middle ground, is that it's super long, but you're not actively holding it. And so we can test out her recall, because a dog like her, she's smart enough to know the recall, but she might, if she's interested in something and she's running out there and you give her the recall, she may or may not listen. Whereas if it's we've had the long line on and we've proofed it to where you don't see me holding the leash, but you still got to do it.
She was always pretty good at when I
Was she?
would call her.
Okay.
She'd come back to me. You know what I mean?
That's good.
If she got too close to the driveway where I thought she might be going out, I'd go out on the handicap ramp. I'd call her and she'd come right back to me.
Okay.
She wouldn't.
Nice.
She wouldn't go out.
Well,
For a while there, she was going out.
Hello.
The kids were there.
Hey.
This was just the similar
Oh, yeah.
you have. And this is her collar.
Okay. Yeah, so
I just
we'll,
wanted to show it to you. That.
yeah, so we'll get to, I'll go over like all that on the next session. Like I said, this one, we're just doing more like just the information. So I don't just hand you things and go, all right, show me how to do it. And you're like, I don't know. Like I just throw you in the water without teaching you how to swim.
Well, I figured I'd best show you what
Yeah.
for,
Yeah,
so that
you need a drink? You gotta go clean your face.
he says, huh, that tail gets wicked.
Oh yeah. Hers is pretty strong, but there's some dogs who like, they'll get I'll go to get them out of like a kennel, especially if it's like a bully breed, and all of a sudden they're some of those like bullies, their tails are super strong. They'll just like smack you with it and it hurts. But they're very strong. Actually, dogs can like break their tail. Like bully breeds are especially at a risk of breaking the tail. So that's why you'll find a lot of like Rottweilers and bullies do have the tail snipped off at birth. I'm not a big fan of that. I feel like it's not cool to like, because they'll snip the ears and the tail, and I don't really like that. But that's why they do it. Yeah. Oh.
That's what she would do to her.
Does she like that? Or? I would say that's a no.
That's enough.
Sometimes it's okay, but if she continues, then Cupid will say no. They're both girls.
No.
They're all girls.
So what I would have done there, I didn't quite know what was going on there just because I hadn't seen her do it before.
Where did? Oh, never mind. I see her now.
What are you doing, bro? Somebody being chaotic. You're good at that, aren't you? Oh. She's got... There we go. You good? I have like this weird thing though, where like if a shepherd's like really like wired up, they love to rest like right here, and I have this fear one day they're just gonna like bite me right there, and then I'm just like, yeah.
No, she does that with me.
Yeah. I have like two very weird fears about dogs. I mean, I'm a dog trainer, so I'm not scared of dogs, but the other fear I have is that I'm going to work with a nervous dog that's closed off, and then I'm going to open them up, and they're just going to like bite me because now they're like confident enough to be aggressive. The chance of that happening is so unlikely, but it's just these weird things. I'm like, what would happen if like it did happen?
Yeah.
Like, what if I had a nervous dog that was aggressive but too nervous to be aggressive, and then I opened I see.
She was looking at her toys. That's why she's gone up there to the.
Yeah.
You wanted to go get your toy. Where's your toy at? Where's the ball?
Yeah, so I kind of already got to show you guys already the implied sit, just because you were messing with the ball, wherever it is. Yeah, like we kind of got to show that off. So you saw how she stood there until I said okay. So if she gets up when she comes home, which I'm going to tell you she will. She's going to test you. So when she comes home, what you need to do is when you put her in that sit, and when she does get up, you're going to want to use the negative reinforcement marker, right? So you're going to go, and and then the e-collar hits. And then you're going to move her back to where she was before. If you don't, what you could end up teaching is that you don't have to stay, and that I have to keep saying sit over and over, and that's annoying to be like sit, 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 right? You want it to just be like once, and then it's good.
She does.
Yeah. She's smart though. She'll get it all.
That's the reason I wanted to get words that I can learn, so when she comes home.
And we send you a list of all the commands and the markers too after the program. But no, I love that you're writing notes down. Makes me feel important.
Yeah, and I have the markers and stuff in my phone.
Yeah.
And I told her I don't see her phone, so I have
Yeah,
to
you
learn.
have.
Yeah. You good, Shadow? Oop. You good? She's like, I have to like sit here. It's the worst.
It's not nap time.
But that's pretty much everything that I was gonna cover today.
Okay.
Do either of you have any questions? Because that's kind of what I saved like this M part for. Any kind of questions you have or anything?
You've covered a lot of them already, because
I'm glad.
knowing how she was and how she is, she's so quiet right now. This was not her. And that's what I had to make sure she learned, so she didn't keep jumping at her, because the scars on her legs, not her arms, but her legs, are from her jumping, and we went through, I bought stock in Band-Aids.
Yeah.
More or less, because every time she jump at her, she'd bleed.
Right.
And I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah. So the only thing, because you're talking about that, the only thing that could happen is once I leave and she's here. Sometimes that happens where, because I've trained the dogs, there's a certain authority that, like, my presence. That sounds like, I really don't like how cocky that sounds, but it is the truth.
It is, yeah. You're
So-
the trainer.
So the thing is, when she comes back, if she does go for a jump, you don't want to be like, oh, don't do that, and then just move her over. It needs to be like you did it, and I said nope, and you got an e-collar stimulation. Like, it needs to be exactly what would happen if I did it. It needs to happen here. If not, then you run into issues like that. But we used to have just one trainer work with the dog the whole time, and now we try to get multiple trainers work with the dog over the period of the course. That way it's not generalized to a person, and it's more of just like this is your behavior you have to do with everybody. But she's on track. She's doing really good. Like, the biggest one with her is just I had to get her impulse control, which did take a minute.
Okay. Shadow.
Well, I just thought I needed to show you what
Yeah.
she ordered and what she got.
Yeah, so I love these. They're great. I mean, I'm using just the same thing. It's just like, if you took that and gave it, 200 pounds of crack or something, right? I mean, because it's got like 40, I think it's, 35 feet? Yeah. It's a little intense. Yeah, I don't think most people need 35 feet of leash, but if you do it for a living, it does help.
Yes, very much so.
Hello. And you notice I really haven't used the e-collar this whole session, apart from that one time with the sit. Because she's not a dog that like wants to. She's not really troublesome. She's not like full of mischief. Like, some dogs genuinely do like the chaos, and they will push you. She's just hyper, but she's a good girl. Yeah.
That's how calm she is here.
But the good thing about it is that it's not a repressed type of calm, because if I got up and was like, let's go, then she's going to be fine. It's not like I'm scared to be energetic now. She just learned that there's certain contexts where I need to calm down, because that's just how the rules are.
Yeah, she's going to sleep.
Yeah. But like, if I got up right now, Shadow, come here. Hi. What's up?
She would do the same thing. She'd be here sleeping in that chair.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'd be sound asleep. When I get up and I move, that's how she got her name. She was right behind me. She followed me right in.
Let's see. You want to take that? No? Oh.
It's new.
Some of them don't love the tugs. You know, not all. And I mean, I also work with them, so some dogs won't love tug at first, and I bring, and then like we kind of work on it, and we bring it out.
I actually have little toys that when she was smaller.
She knows what a ball is. Tell her.
Oh. So like this is how I would do like a down, for instance. Hey, no, Shadow. Hey, Shadow. Nope. Shadow. Come on. Come on, you got it. Come on, you got it. Okay, good job. And so that's how I get her in the down, and then over time, I can get that position quicker and quicker. So we haven't really started on the down yet. That was like the first one she's ever done. At least, like she does it naturally, but as far as like me forcing her into the position, yeah.
Well, then.
Yeah, but these are the things we play tug for.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
But she was a lot smaller then too.
She needs them up now.
You're so crazy.
It grew so fast.
Yeah. I feel like probably even from the time she came and stayed with us, she's probably,
was just maybe this long.
Okay, come here.
And she
Sit.
doubled her length in no time.
Shadow. Sit. And so the thing with the sit is that how I want it to work is like I can like walk away. Oh, she's yawning at me. She doesn't like it. So I'm going to pull her back into the sit position because she thinks like, oh, I can lay down. So we're working on the impulse control. So what the good thing is like I should be able to stand here, talk to you, do my thing, have a conversation. She's in the position and I go, okay, good job. And then over time we add more duration, more distance. And so that's what I'm working with her right now.
Girl. Yeah. Good girl.
That's her thing. She does not like to just sit still while I'm walking around. She's like, I don't know what to do. I'm just like sitting here, and I'm like, you gotta like chill out.
See, she would do what she, like I said, she was up with me. She could be sound asleep, and I move out of that chair, and she was right with me, right into the.
Yeah, she's a very like social, very like physically affectionate dog. I've had a lot of those lately, actually, but she's one of them.
That's basically why she went to her. Those two really missed each other.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my baba.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much everything I was going to cover, though, in this session, so. Yeah.
I'm sorry we don't drive
Oh, no, you're good.
up into.
No, I felt bad that I didn't realize you guys were an hour away, and it was like 12:30, and then, like, I was like, ooh, because I thought I'm used to meeting at the park, and I was like, oh, I got to drive out there, so I felt really bad that I was an hour late. I felt really bad.
That, we didn't mind that.
Okay, well, I will not be an hour late next time.
It was just that she was anxious to see her puppy.
Yeah.
You know, and she was far more anxious than the dog because the dog didn't know where she was coming.
Yeah. No, I mean, it was just, I feel bad whenever I'm not punctual. You know, if I have to be somewhere and I'm like, it's not a good look professionally.
But we don't drive up that way.
Yeah.
We have to take her to a hospital.
Oh, right.
Otherwise, it's right. That travel drives me in. It's this
Yeah.
age.
That's even
Yeah.
Friday.
You know.
Huh?
Well, not used to driving, but I do
At your age, I
Yeah.
never bothered.
Oh, really? I did actually. I had like a really bad anxiety driving until about, because I'm 21. And I had, honestly, probably till about like 20. Like, I just did not like it. But then I was just driving all the time for work.
Girl.